You gotta soften in. If you've spent a lot of your life as a feminine operating in your masculine energy for survival, or simply because like you wanted to create, you're not one to sit back and wait for something to be given to you. That has served a purpose, that has formed the solid foundation of where you're at in your life. But Spirit is saying that season of operating from your masculine energy is over. It's time to step into divine feminine, and they just want you to soften, and they want you to understand that this is not weak. This is not weakness. This is not surrendering. That you may be pleasantly surprised that the divine feminine energy you're really good at. That you're going to be noticing that you're able to create for yourself way quicker than you ever could have done working hard in your masculine energy, when you just soften, when you just open up to receive. And they want you to unwind the program of greed that somewhere along your path, receiving got associated with greed, that you limited what you allowed yourself because you saw around you others that had less. And they just want to point out that everybody gets their own from Spirit, and that you denying yourself, you holding yourself back from receiving, in no way allows there to be more for others to receive. Quite the opposite. The more you're open to receive, the more kind of the floodgates can come in, and you're going to give me just a second. They're saying you're going to do so much good work with what's coming in for you that the thought of you ever thinking that you were greedy is just going to totally disappear. Of course you're not greedy. Allowing yourself to sit back and receive is what you were designed to do, the way you were designed to be. They're asking you to soften into the feminine energy, to open up, to receive. The masculine energy is coming in and saying, allow them to be the trees they were meant to be. Allow them to be the provider, the protector of you the way they were intended. They're asking you to let them be your safe haven. Let yourself walk in their shadow. And they're even saying, like, they will sacrifice, that they are willing to be cut down and chopped up and burned to keep you warm. That this is their role here, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised how willing they are to step into that role when you're willing to soften and let them lead. And they want you to not get hung up on that word lead. You're not surrendering your authority. You're not giving up your free will when you soften into feminine energy. You are, they're showing it to me like they want you to consider your feminine energy as walking around with wings, and that in your environment you are sprinkling the magic below you. But if you don't allow yourself to soften and rise into that higher perspective, you can only work on the physical plane. That you take away the opportunity for the sparkle, for the glitter, for the glow, for the warmth, for the fun. And you're just being called to soften into that feminine energy. And you're going to be, one moment, in awe. You're going to sit back in awe of all that comes to you, for you, simply because you said you were ready.